Okay, 6.7 quiz review. Actually, I'll count it as a test, but it's a quiz over inequalities. Now, one thing you want to write, opens toward x, or going this way. Opens toward number going this way, 'cause it's all about inequalities here. Okay, so here's number one. Again, if you want to write that down, you want to write that. So number one, you got example one. Let's call it example one. Okay. I don't care if you send me the examples. Okay, you need to be doing them so you get your assignment. But okay, x minus 6 greater than or equal to -4. Okay, so I make my number line over here, plot the 0. X is on this side. There's no multiplication, there's no division, so that sign ain't changing. So we plus 6, plus 6. -4 plus 6 is 2. So we have 2 as the number, and it's opening towards the x, so it goes this way. Okay. And you can just copy that on top of your line, and this right here is your answer. Okay, example 2. 8 greater than x plus 2. 8 greater than x plus 2. Okay, so the x is here. Now, one thing it's important to know, you want to keep your x lined up where it's at. So if it comes after the symbol, put it after the symbol in your answer. Okay, so like here, x is in front of the symbol. If it's behind the symbol, put it behind the symbol in your answer. Okay, no multiplication, no division. That sign is going nowhere. We need a -2. But again, don't put the x here. X is lined up here, so you need to line it up where it's at. Then 8 minus 2 is 6. Okay. So I plot 6. Now I know that's a greater than sign. Okay, that is a greater than sign, but it's opening towards a number. So when it opens towards a number, it's going this way. Again, follow those rules every time. Opens to x this way, open to number that way. Example 3. -3x less than or equal to 24. Okay, and we have our first multiplication. If you have multiplication or division, you would want to circle that. And if that's a negative, the sign has to switch. And I'm ready to divide. I go right to dividing by -3. So x is in front of the symbol, put it there. 24 divided by -3 is -8. So circle, fill it, and it's opening towards the x, so it's going this way. Okay, the open part of that sign is to the x. Okay, example 4. Okay, x divided by -3 greater than or equal to 2. Okay, so x is here. Now, I had a multiplication operation here. Here I have division, so I circled the division. You have multiplication or division, you want to circle it. Okay, and that number is a negative, okay? So again, that sign will flip, because I will be multiplying both sides by a negative number, -3. So it cancels. I have x, 2 times -3 is -6. So -6, circle, fill it. The open part of the sign's towards the number, so it goes this way. X less than or equal to -6. Now, if you're wondering, if you still are bothered by why I'm graphing the less than when it's a greater than sign, okay? Look, I know that that's weird, okay? But let's say I rewrote this, the order. I put the x, then the 6. Well, then the sign would flip, okay? It always has to open towards the 6. So that would be why it goes that way. That's why if it opens towards the x this way, opens towards the number the other way. Okay, example 5. 5x plus 6 greater than 3x minus 2. First I need to simplify this and take one of the x's out. Okay, they're on opposite sides, so I'll subtract 3x from there. So subtract 3x, subtract 3x. So I line up the sign. So 2x plus 6, and then we have the negative 2. Now here's where the x at. We have times 2 plus 6. So we circle the times. This time the times is not negative though. So the sign will not change. Now I have a step in the middle. I need to subtract 6. So that's negative 8 and then 2 dot x. Divide by 2, divide by 2, x is greater than negative 4. So circle, again the open part of the sign is towards the x, so it goes this way. Okay, example 6. We have 45 plus 3x, and then less than or equal to 2, parentheses 6x plus 18. Okay, so I need to get rid of the parentheses, so I apply the distributive property with the 2. Okay, so 2 times 6x and 2 times 18, so that's 12x, 36. So you line up your symbol and you have 12x plus 36. Now on the other side you got 45 plus 3x. Okay, now get rid of one of your x's. I personally prefer to get rid of the smaller one. That's just me. Okay, so subtract 3x, subtract 3x. Just make sure you keep it aligned. So over here we have 45. We're going to have 9x, and we're going to have plus 36. Okay, now what operations does x have now? Okay, it has a times 9 and a plus 36. Now I care most about the times 9 as far as what to do with the sign. Since 9 is a positive, we will not be changing the sign. There is a step in the middle we have to take care of. So I need to subtract 36. 45 minus 36 is 9, and I have 9 times x. Okay, then I divide by my 9. Now, keep x behind the symbol. Okay, 9 divided by 9 is 1. Alright, so the sign, the open part of the sign is towards the x, so that means x would be any number going that way. Example 7. Okay, example 7, we need more workspace. Okay. The reason why you need more workspace on that problem is because we have 2 symbols, so that means I need the table. Okay. You make 2 of them. Okay, so let's cut it off here. So we put negative 4 is less than or equal to 2x minus 6. Then over here, circle that. Then 2x minus 6, just bring that over here, is less than or equal to 10. Then I solve them each separately. Now operations for x, we got times 2 and minus 6. You want to circle the times 2. 2 is positive, so the sign will not change. I add 6, because we need that step in the middle, and that's 2. Negative 4 plus 6 is 2x. I divide both sides by 2. Now the number I'm dividing by is positive, so the sign does not change. We have x behind the symbol. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Okay, then over here, 2 times x and then minus 6. Okay, so we add 6, line your sign up, 16, 2x. Then we divide by 2. The number I'm dividing by is positive. Okay, so the sign will not change. So it's x and 8. Again, that's why I circle that, because I can see if that's positive, that's the number I'm going to divide both sides by. If it's positive, the sign doesn't change. If it's negative, it does change. Okay, so we have 1, we have 8. So circle, you'd fill in both of them. Now the open part of the sign is towards the x on the 1, but the open part's towards the 8 here. So we go back the other way and they combine. So you put x, 1 here, 8 here. open the sign, open part of the sign towards the 8, open part of the sign towards the X. Whenever they come together, that's how that looks. Since they're both filled in, you put the equals to line. So, okay, example 8. We've got negative 3x less than or equal to negative 15, or 2x less than negative 12. So again, I'm going to need the table. So on one side we have negative 3x less than or equal to negative 15. On the other side we have 2x less than negative 12. Okay, so I just go right to dividing, but I will be dividing both sides by a negative. Okay, that's why I kind of circle that. It says it's negative, the sign must change. That's only a, so that's x, negative 15 divided by negative 5 is 3 is 5. Okay, then over here, the number I'm going to divide by both sides by is 2. It's positive 2, so the sign will not change there. So I divide by 2, divide by 2, I have x, negative 6. Again, you change the sign when you divide both sides by a negative. You do not change the sign if you divide both sides by a positive. And you don't change the signs when you add or subtract. Not that we had to here. Okay, so I've got 5 and negative 6. Circle, fill it. Circle, don't fill that one. Okay, the open part of that sign is towards the x here. So this one's going the other way. They're both going away. So x greater than equal, that means x can be any number this way or any number that way. It just cannot be any number between the two. Okay, story problem time. As a salesman, I have an earning goal of $500. I'm selling adult tickets to a play for $6. I'm also selling student tickets for $4. Student tickets are sold out. I have sold 55 student tickets. Write and solve an inequality that represents how many adult tickets I can sell to meet my goal. Okay. Alright, so the goal, the word goal means greater than or equal, because you can be greater than or equal to your goal, and we'll put $500. Now go up above, okay? And what two dollar amounts do I have that are going to help me get to $500? Well, there's $6 and there's $4. Now, those are for something, okay? 6 is for the adult tickets, and $4 is for the student tickets. I actually have a number for the student tickets. I have 55, so we cross that out, put 55. So 6 times the adult, we'll write 6A, and then 4 times 55 is 220. So on this side we have 6A plus 220. Now I just solve it. Now I have multiplication and addition, so I'll subtract and divide, but the number I'm going to divide by is positive, so the sign will not change. Okay, so I minus 220 first. That's 280. And then 6A. Now divide by 6. We have A. 280 divided by 6. Just write 47. So greater than or equal to 47. So on your number line, you put 47, you circle, you fill it. This open part of the sign is towards the A, just like on the X, so I go this way. A greater than or equal to 47. Okay. Alright, next problem, number 10. I have 700 feet of fence to put around all 4 sides of a rectangular food plot. The width of the food plot is 150 feet. Write and solve an inequality that represents the possible lengths of the food plot so I have enough fence. Now this is I have, so if I only have a certain amount, I'm limited. Means I can not go over it. 700 feet. Now to know the feet, you need to draw a rectangle. So length, length, width, width. So there are 2 lengths I'm going to put this fence around, 2 times L. And 2 widths. One of those I can actually put a number in for, and it'd be 150 because that's the width. So it's going to be 2L, 300. So over here we have 2L plus 300. Okay, so let's solve for the L. Now L is times by 2, so that's the number I'm going to divide by, and since it's positive, the sign will not change. Now we do have a step in the middle to get down here before dividing. I need to subtract 300. So 2 times L equals 400. Then I divide by 2. And L is less than or equal to 200. So your length has to be 200 or less. So go here. Okay, last problem. In history class, my goal is to get an average of 92 on my test. So far I've scored 96, 98, and 87 on my test. Write and solve an inequality that represents the possible scores I can get on the next test and meet my goal. So there's that word goal again. My goal is a 92. Now the problem is when grades are calculated, it involves average, it involves dividing, okay? Now, how many tests are you taking, including the next one? You've taken 3, you're about to take a next one, so it's 4. So you need 4 things up here. You got your 96, your 98, your 87. Now, I don't know what I'm going to get on the next test, so plus X. Okay, so I've got X, and then I'm going to add these 3 numbers together to simplify it. So 96 plus 98 plus 87. Better not put 2 pluses in. 281. That's the expression you bring down here. Now, whenever you have an entire thing divided by a number, you want to parenthesize that, and you need to get rid of the divided by 4, and you will times by 4. Okay? You are timesing both sides by a positive, so the sign will not change. It doesn't really change on story problems. X plus 281, and then over here we have to take 92 times 4. We have to find what that is. 368. It's pretty academic from there. We subtract 281, and that is going to be 87. Okay. So 87. The open part of the sign is towards the X, which means that way. So X greater than or equal to 87. Okay.